are you? Beer Drink Shorty here, and apparently Nate Diaz is not a needle mover. In the words of Dana White, he wants needle movers. He wants needle movers. What he claims a needle mover is a person that'll headline an event, a fight night, a pay-per-view, and does good numbers. As everyone knows, this past weekend, fight night, forget the number, Cowboy Cerrone, which apparently is a needle mover, and Jim Miller, which I guess is another needle mover. Hardcore mixed martial arts fans that I know didn't even know that fucking event even happened. Wonder how those numbers went with the two needle movers jogging for needle moving contention. Number 6 and number 7, both needle movers. Damn, Nate Diaz made those two needle movers look like bums. This shit's hilarious because like they keep coming up with these different names, these different fucking rinka-tinka-tinks, rinka-tinka-tink. I want needle movers. Nick Diaz is a needle mover. If Nick Diaz is a needle mover, why the fuck can't you, why ain't you treating him like a needle mover? I find it hilarious because you want needle movers, Dana. You had the biggest needle mover in probably mixed martial arts history in Chael Sonnen. Why did you get rid of Chael Sonnen? He was a needle mover. Why you so critical? Why you so angry at Wanderlei Silva? I think he was a needle mover. Vitor Belfort, he was a needle mover. Whenever niggas actually move the needle in order to save face, you have to fucking suspend them and whatever. But they do great numbers. They do great numbers. They win fights just like Vitor Belfort. As soon as he started moving that needle, he went on a tear. He went on a tear that no one would ever thought that he would go on. One of the biggest needle movers of all time, now on vacation, George St. Pierre. He's a huge needle mover. He's a huge needle mover for years and years. And it's funny, now after he retires, he's talking all anti-peds, anti-fucking performance enhancing drugs. I find it hilarious. After he's gone for a minute, now he wants to talk so up on performance enhancing drugs. Nick Diaz called him out on them pads before they fought. Your biggest needle mover of all time, George St. Pierre, ain't even fucking with you. And you paid him right. Nate Diaz, you're trying to fucking, pretty much, Dana White, the UFC, you're trying to brainwash mixed martial arts fans, I guess the new niggas, truthfully, to thinking that Nate Diaz doesn't put asses in seats how his brother Nick does. Maybe not as much as Nick, because like I said, Nick's been around a bit longer. He's the elder brother. But I'll put it this way. And I'm not going to do it because fuck it. I don't give too many of those fucks. But look up the numbers on Jim Miller, Cowboy Cerrone on that fight night. Look up the numbers for Cowboy Cerrone and Nate Diaz. I put money Nate Diaz Cerrone when they headlined the fight. Now I put money at Crush Jim Miller fucking Cerrone because I found out about Jim Miller Cerrone a day before the motherfucker happened. And you know what? I still didn't give a fuck. Like I said, Dana, you want needle movers. Nate Diaz ain't moving the needle like that. Nate Diaz isn't moving the needle. However, you know what he does move? He moves them. He moves them. He's moving them. He's moving them hands, bitch boy. And any mixed martial arts fan that respects the sport and respects the fighter will agree with me. Number 1 Diaz brother fan, number 1 Nate Diaz fan, number 1 Nick Diaz fan. And trust me, I'm in contact with fucking Nate. He's not fighting because he's afraid. He's not fighting because he doesn't want to fight. He's fighting because in order to move that needle, he want that needle in his bank account to move upward as well. Pay Nate Diaz, fuck boy. Beer Drink Shorty. Shout out Nate Diaz. Needle movers. Needle movers. Needle movers. Dana White, you fucking disgust me, nigga. You want needle movers, but then when you actually find out that you have needle movers, you move the niggas that move needles. Fuck you.